What's up? Bada bing, bada boom. Hello, hello. See y'all coming in. How you doing? How you doing? I had all this stuff written down, but I might have to freestyle, man. I need y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Coming from the heart. Is there a heart in the house? Is there a heart in the house? Know y'all upset. Don't be upset with yourselves. Be upset with yourselves if you don't see the opportunity. It's our time, baby. It's our time. Aren't you excited that President Trump is in office? Aren't you excited? I know I am. I know I am. You know? See some of y'all already crashing out. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate all that. You know, I turned 39 today. Getting old. Getting old out here. All right. I'm about to actually just start because I got, it is my birthday. So I do want to see if I can catch a little bit of comedy. That's my first love. But yes, good evening, beautiful people. Please like and subscribe to this. I am I think seven subscribers away from 6,000. So I like organic. Organic is real, so I appreciate that. So yeah, slow and steady. I'm gonna get there. And then also a special shout out to Tax Credit Academy for generously providing the space for my broadcast. And please support Tax Credit Academy and Patrice L. Stewart, a small woman-owned business. Well, I don't know, because now it's DEI. It's gone, right? So a small-owned business that handles all your financial needs, including taxes. She's absolutely amazing at what she does. And don't forget to follow her on YouTube at Patrice L. Stewart. All right. Also, I've set up a Patreon account. So I get shadow banned a lot over here and things like that. And I want to start with some of the next goals and stuff that I anticipate on doing during this next 2 years, trying to get the state and local people up out of here. And then, of course, when it's time to go to the federal level again, because Trump only has 4 years. And then after that, we got to figure it out as far as what's next. But we're not going to wait until a year before it's time to to, get a president, like, elect a president. We're not going to do that this time. We're going to figure it out. So please, the Patreon account, I did add it. I will put it on the X account. It's already on Chicago Flips Red, Flip Chicago Red X platform. So you guys can go there. The membership, you get behind the scenes, and other stuff as well. Like on Saturday, we are attending, what is it? We are attending, it is called the Defending Immigrant Neighbors. It's a community event that the 40th Ward Alderman Andre Vasquez is putting on from 2 to 4 p.m. at Dank House, 4740 Northwestern Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60659. So, yeah, me and a few of the Chicago Flip Red members will be over there, not defending the immigrant neighbors. We're going to be defending the American citizens' neighbors. That's who so we'll be over there for that. But that is something that will be on our Patreon. So please go ahead and subscribe to that. So the membership for that. All of the money that we receive from memberships and stuff like that goes back into the movement. And again, on January 25th, which is also Saturday, I am having a birthday fundraiser, and all that money that will be donated, that is going to start the political action committee for Chicago Flips Red, which needs to happen. So that and then, or also you can just send me birthday donations now. You also can Cash App them to me at $UT Lifestyle or Zelle. And that is uncomfortabletruth.lifestyle@gmail.com. And there's a PayPal link that you guys can send an email to ChicagoAllHandsOnDeck@gmail.com. And I'll send you that as well. All right. So I went to D.C. for the inauguration, me and a few members of Chicago Flips Red. And it was a great experience. It was hailing and snowing the day of the rally, but I'm not really into any of the rallies. But we did pull up and take some pictures with some people and got some content and things like that. And also, I want to make it clear that I am not MAGA. So I am not a MAGA. Make America Great Again. I am an independent thinker. However, I align politically more with the Republican Party. And when I started taking a look at what everything was going on, even taking out the corruption part, I align more with the Republican Party over there. So it's not a MAGA thing. It's not a one-time thing. It goes from Republican to independent. What is the overall goal of what I've been trying to do since the beginning? Is that we definitely need a third party, and I think it's time for us to start working on a third party. And it's not hard. I think the issue is we don't have any critical thinking skills. At first I was thinking like, well, maybe we don't have common sense, but nah. Nicole Patrice, she explained to me that it's critical thinking that we do not have, and that is the problem. So the people who do have critical thinking skills, along with common sense and privilege, and they know their privilege, they know that they're not going to let the government hold them. There are things that you can do as far as we need to organize to go to the next level. So that's what I'm on. And I've been on that for a minute. This is a game. And as you can see, the game is being played, and you even have your faves, your Democratic faves, socialites, Congress people who are going in right now. They're showing their hand. They're showing everything that's happening. Like they really are. They really showing themselves. Like the fact that they are out here fighting for illegal immigrants. Like, I mean, using the 14th Amendment. I mean, dragging the 14th Amendment. It's crazy because I can't get y'all to stand with me. Nobody can stand with what they're doing. Like they're running, like city of Chicago and Cook County and many other blue cities and states, and maybe might be some red cities and states too, but I know for sure LA is happening, New York is happening, and Chicago is happening. They are running illegal eminent domain schemes in these neighborhoods, in our neighborhoods, and we're not getting any help. No one doesn't want to talk about it. Congress doesn't want to speak about it. Your state reps don't want to deal with it. At the time, Biden and Kamala didn't want to deal with it. Kwame Raoul don't want to deal with it. Nobody don't want to deal with what's going on with the American citizens. You know, that's nuts. And I think maybe people just don't understand, like the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified in 1868. It grants citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including former slaves. It also provides equal protection under the law and ensures due process for all citizens. Citizenship clause grants citizenship to anyone born or naturalized in the U.S. Due process clause protects individuals from being deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Hello? That's what I'm dealing with. That's what we all dealing with. But that's what I'm dealing with. And I can't get any help. Okay? You have equal protection clause, requires states to provide equal protection under the law to all people within their jurisdictions. The 14th Amendment is a cornerstone of civil rights in America, ensuring that all citizens are treated equally under the law and protecting fundamental freedoms. Okay? All citizens, and this is where the manipulation comes in at with these corrupt Democratic politicians that are literally just running a legal eminent domain scheme. You know, the whole purpose of the 14th Amendment, was for us, the freedmen. And I think that is the issue. But the problem is the representation that we've had in our Congress never did what they were supposed to do. You know, someone said this to me earlier today. Actually, they wrote it in a comment. They said, Zoe, it's time for people such as Danny Davis, Maxine Waters, Al Sharpton to retire. They let us down. They had no bills or laws already in effect to prevent what is occurring right now. We need fresh new people to fight and advocate. How are they not ready for a law that prevents an inspiration of any major event on MLK birthday? I think our Black veteran political figures let us down. We need Black younger advocates and political reps in office. And that is true. They've let us, they've done everything wrong. And the reason why they've done everything wrong is because they think that they're Hollywood stars. They think they're celebrities. And because they pull up to the hood and bring a Easter basket or, come out, take some pictures, do a gift exchange, something like that. And y'all get happy. Y'all take the pictures and y'all just let it be and be like, that's why I'm gonna vote for him again. But when you have a real issue, they can't do anything. They can't help you or do anything. They can't do anything at all. the shredding event, right? You understand? That's the problem, like that, and we allow that. So you can't get mad. Just like the fact that all of these black politicians, Jasmine Crockett, Al Sharpton talking about we're going to do a boycott because DEI. Boy, where was the boycott for Trayvon Martin? Where was the boycott for Sean Bell? Where was the boycott for Breonna Taylor? Like, where's the boycott for these two ladies who still trying to get paid from the 1919 race riots? Where is the boycott for that, Al Sharpton? How are you about to boycott for that? And then you're saying that you're about to file lawsuits for the illegal immigrants. Y'all going hard for these illegal immigrants. Y'all crashing out for the illegal immigrants. I mean, how are you sitting here saying that their 14th Amendment is being violated when our 14th Amendment is being violated with these people being put in our communities? These people getting all of the services and resources for the American citizen they're not receiving. They're not receiving any of these. That's violation of their equal protection, their 14th Amendment, but they can't get any help. However, y'all ready. Y'all doing press conferences. Y'all doing everything. Y'all ready. I'm willing to go to jail. What? You willing to go to jail for some illegals? Yeah, because this is money. This is a money launder. All y'all do, what y'all do? Launder money all day. That's all y'all do. This is big business. See, you already see, people talk about all Trump's executive orders that he did and all that stuff that he signed. You see what I saw that I really liked? I liked when he said that he told the courts and the Department of Justice and everybody to code off on these civil rights cases that involve police, because we paying so much money out for these police, but other civil rights laws are being violated, and ain't nobody talking about that, because all y'all do is make money with this division between black people and the police. Y'all, and that's how they make their money. They make their money like that. So now the only thing they got left is, okay, we got this illegal immigration, because right now they know they in trouble. They done laundered so much money. They done laundered the money from, like I said, COVID-19. They done laundered the money from the illegal immigration scheme. I call it illegal immigration scheme, but that, you understand, they don't know what to do. So they have to put this front on like, well, we're willing to protect these people. Protect what? Y'all know y'all in trouble. Andre Vasquez going so hard. Andre Vasquez going so hard because he's chairman of the illegal immigration and refugee rights meeting, right? He also was controlling one of the most largest and frequently and heaviest shelter that was in the prime location. It was in Streeterville. He was running that. He was making mad money off of that. He know he in trouble. They all know they are in trouble. Yeah, they in trouble. They all in trouble. The Hispanic KKK is in trouble. CTU is in trouble. So when people get mad, are starting to find little things like y'all crashing out over Trump. Y'all need to read the U.S. Constitution. Y'all need to go ahead and buy thousands of copies of it. Go to Amazon right now and go buy you about 10,000 copies of the U.S. Constitution, and y'all need to start passing them out to your family. So Black History Month is coming up. Maybe that'll be a gift. Maybe I will start recognizing that we got 28 days to do some things. Okay? Because they took DEI out. They took that, and thank you. Thank you that they did, because the only people that was profiting off of DEI was white women and the others, okay? The three countries that have came over here in America and built and set up shop, the Indians, the Chinese, shit, the Koreans too, you know, Mexico. Yeah, yeah. Y'all, now wow, y'all all day I'm looking online. I look and just kept scrolling because I'm like, yeah, y'all just sound crazy. You know, I look at the DEI thing. Oh my God, look what he's doing. He's taking away DEI. And again, if you read, let me go read the executive order, because I gotta go read the executive order, because that's the problem too. See, a lot of y'all can't read. And it's really starting to show. Like, y'all got these degrees, but y'all really got these degrees because of probably DEI. I don't know, because I don't, y'all acting real slow, like y'all don't know what an executive order is. Y'all are not reading the whole executive order. Y'all are just going by what Don Lemon is saying. Don Lemon's gonna always act. He's gonna always do the dramatics. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to do the dramatics. That's just in him, you know. Okay, let's see. Let's do this, because y'all, it's getting real crazy. All right. Let me get my executive orders. Because y'all upset. All right. We'll see what's first one we gonna do. Huh? Yeah, please, because this is what I do. Oh, I got it. All right. It says Donald Trump protects civil rights and merit-based opportunity by ending illegal DEI, protecting civil rights and expanding individual opportunity. Today, which was yesterday, President Donald J. Trump signed an historic executive order that protects the civil rights of all Americans and expands individual opportunity by terminating radical DEI preferencing in federal contracting and directing federal agents to relentlessly combat private sector discrimination. It enforces long-standing federal statutes and faithfully advances the Constitution's promise of colorblind equality before the law. This comprehensive order is the most important federal civil rights measure in decades. It terminates diversity, equity, and inclusion discrimination in the federal workforce and in federal contracting and spending. I need y'all to understand that part. And the reason why is Black people, the Democratic Party, has gotten y'all so dependent on the government that y'all honestly act like y'all can't live without the federal government, who has yet to give us our reparations. And the reason why we have yet to get our reparations is because not nobody that represents us in Congress cannot, will not, it's not even cannot, will not make a demand to give us what we need, because they don't want that. If they do that, then they feel like they have nothing, like they can't continue to be this fake superhero. They can't continue to use this narrative of, look what, see, the Democratic Party is trying. The Democratic Party, no, we are doing this. We are doing that. No, they have to continue to have some type of traumatic experience. They don't want us to actually be self-sufficient. They literally want us to continue to depend on the government. But the bare minimum of the government, but they are stealing so much money, so much taxpayers' dollars, but then blame it on racism, blame it on capitalism. Y'all are the biggest capitalists. And y'all are trying to deny it. I mean, yeah, to try to deny it under this socialism thing. Nah, y'all are straight con artists. And y'all been con artists for a long time because what do? Y'all take it into the churches. Y'all take it into the poll. You got to the point that y'all got the polls and stuff going into the senior buildings. Then you got the seniors in there that are telling you who to vote for. Girl, you gotta vote for it. You gotta vote for the blue. You gotta vote for the blue. All of this while they're getting this while they're getting displaced out of their homes that they worked hard for. Their husband probably left them that, but he done passed away. Now you done went and they done and preyed on you. Now all of a sudden you in the projects. You in the projects, and they just took your home that your husband worked in the factory for years, for 40 and 50 years to make sure that this house was paid off to give to his children. They keep doing this, and they're going to continue to do this because we allow it, because you got people like Jasmine Crockett, Joanne Reed, Corey Brooks, Hakeem Jeffries, to the Obamas. All these people try to break down what is racism. Let's talk about gatekeeping. The racism, I know a racist. Y'all clearly don't care about racism because y'all love Joe Biden. Y'all love Joe Biden. Joe Biden not only pardoned his whole family and then said no one is above the law. That's not that y'all don't care about. I would have pardoned my whole family. You're right, I would have too. But it's the hypocrisy that y'all don't understand. It's the one side part, right? Because as soon as Trump pardons somebody from his family, oh my God! As soon as he pardoned himself, oh my God! Why would he do that? No one is above the law. That's what Biden said, but clearly he did what he had to do. But y'all will say anything because y'all just hate that man. So because y'all just hate that man, y'all are going to say that. However, not only did he pardon his family, he pardoned Dr. Fauci, whatever that man name is. That man is a serial killer. He straight killed y'all grandmas and your aunts and your kids and your moms and your pops. He made people separate from their families. Families weren't talking, going back and forth, just like how we're going back and forth about politics. Y'all was going back and forth about the vaccination. You can't come over here if you ain't got that vaccine. You can't come over here if you got your vaccine. Whole time, grandma got COVID, and she's not that bad. You understand? But y'all take her to the hospital just in case. Next thing you know, they say they got to take grandma to the back. Then all of a sudden, grandma got a ventilator in her mouth because it's big business. It's the American way. But y'all mad because he shut down the World Health. Yes. The World Health, and I've been trying to tell y'all that, and I don't think a lot of people don't understand where I'm coming from when I keep talking about this. The health department in the city of Chicago is ran by two people. And the two people who run public health is an African and an Asian, okay? Their epidemiology department, the one that department focuses on, different diseases and all that stuff, got a total of $1.4 billion. Just that one program. Who runs that? An Indian. Okay? They laundering money through all of these programs. They laundering money through all of these programs, taxpayer money, even these grants, all this stuff, and we are like blind to it. We're acting like it's just you're so busy worried about, oh my God, he took away this, he took away that. Like, no. The federal hiring, the DEI is for people, for federal contracts, for federal government. Yes. Half of y'all women, and it's real to and dudes. No, when they get these government jobs, they don't do nothing. When you go in there, you ask them, hey, I need you to look up. I mean, hey, this is their job too. And we don't got it. We don't know. Because they don't care. Because they don't get paid regardless. No, I want them gone. I want everybody out of those positions. And I also want a forensic audit in each of those departments. I want to see how much money people are stealing. Okay? So when people say, well, he revokes the executive order 11246, the affirmative action, affirmative action wasn't working for us. Thank you. Affirmative action wasn't working for us. Affirmative action was working for everybody but us. Y'all are the same. Y'all cared about Section 8. It's some people that say my reparations is Section 8. Your reparations is not Section 8. Thank you. Happy birthday. Yeah. You understand? You got people, you go into the line, you go to the AIDS office, you're hungry, you understand? Because groceries are expensive and life is expensive and things like that, right? And let's go on. And they tell you, well, you make too much, Meanwhile, here go Maria and her kids. Maria and her kids just got another load of $3,500 added to the link. They weren't even birthed here. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's nuts to me. It's nuts to me, So to get mad at him for talking about some all that work that Dr. King did, and he went in there and revoked affirmative action. Affirmative action wasn't working for us. So that's what y'all need to understand. So yes, please. And it needs to happen too, because we need to separate. We all need to separate. See, they lumping us all in together. The minorities, the people of color, all that, the black and brown, all of that. Yeah, so I'm glad with that. I'm glad I told you. I want some regular white supremacy, white on black. You got me messed up. We're going to show you what racism is. We know what racism is. Every Black American, Freedman American, foundational Black American, ADOS American, whatever you align yourself with, that's considered a Black American, a Freedman. Everyone knows what racism looks like. But we also have to like separate a lot of this that y'all think is racism. It's not racism. It's black on black crime. And black on black crime, aka gatekeeping, are these people in these leadership positions that are our color, that talk about our fight, but don't do nothing for our communities. And saying, like, look, let me get this right. Let me make sure I get this right. All right. So I want to make sure I'm doing this. And the first time I'm trying this out, but I just want to make sure I have everything. All right. So King got assassinated April 4th, 1968. Then that's when all the riots happened, right? Supposedly all the riots happened, right? In our communities. All those nice, we had everything, houses, but all of our stores, all of that stuff, like all the stuff that we had in our community, didn't really have to, we were fine with the segregation part, we was good with everything. We just, but we just decided that we just gonna go and burn down our communities. Let's burn down our communities. Okay. So since we burned down, I'll go with that. We burned down our community. So since we burned down our community, and this was the height of when the Civil Rights Act happened, you know, the king just got assassinated. You got what's his name? Muhammad Ali's out here. Everybody's out here, you know, fighting this. Ain't nobody, you know, everybody rocking. You understand? You got 3 years before that, Malcolm X was assassinated. So you got two of the biggest people with a 3-year span was assassinated, right? So no one, I guess, didn't pick up that torch, because clearly in order for us to expand, someone has to lead, which doesn't make any sense because we're all leaders in some type of way. And y'all should have kept that same momentum up when it came to what King and Malcolm X brought to the movement. But okay, so this happens, right? The riots happen. You know, they say we burned up our place and stuff like that. Where was the money to, like, where was NAACP? Where was like the Urban League? Where were these Jesse Jackson, Black and Proud, my man? Where were these people to make sure we had the money for us to build our communities back up? Like, where were the, because I know the money was there, and I know that the money wasn't going to be hard to get from the federal government because they want another term. So they want another term. They're going to make you, if anybody, if Jesse Jackson, because at that time, Jesse Jackson was next up, right? So Jesse Jackson should have went up to ask to speak to Lyndon B. Johnson, who was next. Was Nixon next or Carter next? I know Johnson was the one who signed the, but whoever was next, Jesse Jackson, you didn't think to go up there and try to speak to anybody, like, and be like, hey man, like, if you want us to continue to vote another 4 years for the Democrats, we're gonna need our communities built back up, like, because I just don't believe that we burned our communities down. Because now that I fast forward,
it was Nixon after Johnson.
Okay, so it was Nixon, and Nixon would have did it because he was out there with the Watergate scandal. So he would have done it. However, so nobody didn't think to do that, and that's what the problem is. Like, that would have been the perfect opportunity for Jackson to be like, hey man, we got to carry out what King said. King said that we need our check. You know, also, if y'all talking about y'all don't want to give us our check now, we need the money for our communities. Our communities, they destroyed the whole community. Because every time that when Black Lives Matter situation happened with George Floyd or any of those other protesters, when they wanted to go down there and burn up all those stores or loot Michigan Avenue and all that type of stuff, they can get fixed just like this. They get fixed just like this. Anytime. But when it comes to our neighborhoods, it just don't happen. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Okay, well, Ralph Abernathy, that's what he should have did. Ralph Abernathy should have been like, hey, we need some money. We need some money for our communities because, you know, we gotta get it back. Nobody didn't think like that. So because they're not going to do it, I was explaining to somebody the other day, the white liberal is the same as the Proud Boy. So they weren't going to say that they look, you know what? Yes, let's give them their money. No. We're the ones that just we relied so much on the church, and that we still do now. You know, you still deal with it now. And I'm not saying that all pastors and priests or whatever your religion, rabbis, all the the ministers, all that. I'm not saying that they're all corrupt, but about 99.98% is corrupt. And that is the problem. They so corrupt. I remember I was dating somebody, and the girl was saying that she has stopped going to this church, and she had really stopped talking to her peoples because she literally was having a sexual relationship with the drummer who was 7 years older than her, right? She came up pregnant. And she didn't want to have the child. She said that the pastor, and the drummer all and her mom went into the office, and they just prayed about it. And she said that's when she knew this is some BS. Regardless of she was I'm 15. You understand? So it's stuff like that is this is what we dealing with. So if you've got people like that are teaching are living this put this mask on whole time, you protecting child predators that's playing the drums in your church because you need them drums. You got that drum right. It's just messed up, and that's just our mindset. That's our mindset, and that is the problem. And they think that everybody's supposed to understand that. Now, I'm not going to understand that. That's weird. That's wrong. And at the end of the day, it ain't that much praying that you can do that you having sex with children. It's just not. But they continue to do it, and it's on all sides. The priests be doing. I'm Catholic. You understand? They be safe. They be hiding. They be protecting them. They'll have them go to a whole nother church in school. They just said you molested 15 boys over here, sir. How was you at a whole nother school and church across town? You understand? And nobody don't do anything. It's like anybody. Church, anything that happens in church and in politics, you get a pass. You get a corruption pass. You get a pedophilic pass. You get a pass for these things, but let anybody else do it that's not affiliated with Congress or politics or the church, you going to jail. And we allow this. Nah, absolutely not. People mad, people are mad at Trump for going in there and doing all these executive orders to literally make sure that everybody, we have to separate. He literally separating everybody. And that's what needs to happen. And I said this a long time ago. I said, let the illegal immigrants fight with the legal immigrants. Let the white people fight about this environmental stuff, okay? The fossils and all that stuff, right? And let the black people demand our money from the government that is owed. This, everybody knows that we're old, but us for some reason. In 2021, we just let $400 billion go to the corrupt Democrat politicians, because the illegals barely saw that money either. But $400 billion, Congress didn't have to pass that. They pushed $400 billion in here for illegal immigration. That's not even talking about the $2.1 trillion for the American Rescue Plan that they done stole. Then the COVID-19 money that they stole while your family members are killed, and then you argue with the other half of your family members because they don't want you coming in the house because you didn't take the vaccine that was just made yesterday. And then he was breaking down to my mother. I was like, man, I said, we don't do this. I know, but Zoe, they talking about they just scared. They scared all the old people. They scared all the old people. It was so damaging. These are lawsuits. Just how they going so hard for these illegals. This is dead as the violation of the 14th Amendment for everybody. Every American citizen needs to be suing their state. Every American citizen needs to be suing their state on the violation of the 14th Amendment. If y'all gonna go this hard, for the illegals using the same amendment that's supposed to be for the freedmen, then yeah, let's go. Game on. Since y'all want to block President Trump, y'all want to tell us it's unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional. You know what's unconstitutional? You guys violating the 14th Amendment, the First Amendment, the Fifth Amendment when it comes to American citizens. Now I'm suing. Now I'm filing my lawsuit because I'm banned until April. April 14th, and I wrote what's that lady name? I wrote Deborah Witzberg. I also wrote Kwame Raoul and let them know what they were doing is, I asked them, could they please let Alderman David Moore know that he's violated my First Amendment. Alvin Stark, Sergeant Arms, violated my First Amendment. Now, this is the second time that I reached out to them and they didn't say anything, which is fine. So since y'all aren't going to say anything, I am going to sue you guys. And I'm going to sue you guys on the First Amendment and the executive order that President Trump put together when it comes to our First Amendment rights. And I think that's what people need to understand. So I'm suing every alderman that's in there because they allowing this man and them to violate my First Amendment right. So I'm going to sue all of y'all. I'm suing Deborah. I'm suing everybody. I'm suing basically almost all of City Hall because y'all are violating my First Amendment right while going hard for the 14th Amendment right for some illegals. That don't even make no sense because y'all stealing money. Y'all laundering money. The Democrats is the biggest thieves. Them are the real welfare recipients. They are it. They are the real project children. They are the Section 8 shorties. They are it. They are it. And they are so mad because we woke up. We woke up. That is what they're mad about. They are mad as hell. You trying to do a division with this whole racism thing. Like I said, nah, this ain't racism, baby. In Chicago, this ain't racism at all. For me, I'm not dealing with racism. I'm dealing with gatekeeping. I'm dealing with a group of 20 black aldermen down there who can't do nothing. I'm dealing with 19 black aldermen who cannot check one alderman who is violating my First Amendment right, who already violated my Fifth Amendment right, who's violating my 14th Amendment right. They can't say nothing to him because they also stealing. They've been stealing for a long time. See, Michelle Harris been stealing since like 98. You understand? Like, Lyman been stealing for a very long time. All of a sudden, Ron Manuel back because y'all really got to look at that New Americans plan. That New Americans plan is what we're dealing with now. So while y'all are upset and irritated with Trump taking DEI and taking all these things away, no, you need to be concerned about the New Americans plan that the Democratic Party is fighting for. They're fighting for this because they know they are in trouble. They took, like, we weren't supposed to wake up. Like, we were supposed to allow these illegals to be in our community. We were supposed to be nice to them and like how I seen some of us going down to the police stations, making them food, giving them blankets and doing all that stuff. They thought that, oh, okay, well, we're just going to dump them in the neighborhoods, especially South Shore, Auburn, Grisham, Bronzeville. Well, not all of Bronzeville. We'll have them start on 63rd and King Drive and see if they can make their way down. Like, they literally, like, have played us and think that it is going to be okay. No. They need to be arrested for treason. Like, I think people like laugh and stuff when people like when I talk about treason, but like this is what, like, they literally need to be locked up for treason. And maybe a lot of people don't know what treason is, but treason is a serious crime defined as betraying one's country, typically by attempting to overthrow the government, aiding its enemies, or acting against its best interests. In the United States, treason is outlined in Article 3, Section 3, Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. It states, treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. That's what they're doing. They're giving them aid and comfort and basically saying, I'm about to die about this. I'll die for them. Yeah, they literally have, they don't care. They don't care. You got, yeah, they not, it's no equal protection. They're not upholding the U.S. Constitution. They stealing taxpayers' dollars all day. And they know that. They know that. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to like stall because they don't know what's next. And whoever is their master, it might still be Daly. You understand? He trying to get, he trying to figure out what to do. Then all of a sudden, who you see appear? Rahm Emanuel, who needs to be in jail. You understand? He comes back. He messed up the whole city. Everybody knows Rahm Emanuel messed up the city. What did you even here for? Why are you here? You're here because I got to figure this out. Because I know that we are about to be exposed. Yeah. Everything is about to come out. Because if y'all think that y'all are going to get away with letting these, let me tell you, you can, if you want to protect the illegals, do what you want, do what you got to do. But the illegals coming up, they're going to come from the South Side. They're coming from the South Side. With or without Tom Homan. That's just real talk. Just, yeah, it will not probably be televised either, like the last couple of times when they've asked, when black people have asked you guys to come out here and see what they're doing. You understand? A couple of them had to call call 911, call dispatcher and say, like, damn, like, is the police gonna come? But the police ain't coming because it's an executive order. So even if they come, right? Even if they arrest them, they gotta do all this paperwork for the judge to let them right back out the next day to do the exact same thing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, like that's the problem. So yeah, everybody not wearing no tie no more. They stopped wearing ties and stuff. You know, this is like the third time I've seen what's his name? Brandon Johnson. He ain't wearing no tie. Pritzker ain't wearing no tie. They all know each other. They all run game. They all they play. They think that we slow. Let me tell you something. All these people can act like they're against each other. They don't rock with each other. They don't know each other. It's this person against that person. Da 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 da. Whole time they are running the same, and they're gonna continue to be one and the same. This is a act for them. This is an act for them that now people are seeing through the act. Like, nah. But people been seeing through the act. The issue is you were always called crazy. They started calling me crazy when I first started this fight. I'm like, nah. Ain't no way in the world that we are like set back this far. Like, ain't no way in the world that, like, nah. And then when you're actually in here fighting and then seeing like, oh, yeah, oh, you're not gonna win. Who ain't gonna win? I bring this whole city to the White House. This whole city to the White House and no J6. This whole city, we don't have to act a fool. We don't have to storm the Capitol. We go straight hold picnics and let them know if the Republicans ain't gonna have the Freedman reparations. JD Vance ain't getting in there. Ain't none of y'all picks getting in there. So we got two options. We run our own candidate for the Republicans. Democrats is done. Or, no, it's not even or. We're running our one Democrat. We're going to run one Republican, and we're running an independent, a new independent. I don't want to hear about no Green Party. I don't want to hear about nothing. I don't want to hear about any other party. Oh, no, well, let's try the Green Party. No. Yes, we didn't do it this Friday because my birthday was the day. Miss Jessica had her little situation going on, what she got going on. So, yeah, next Friday is Famous Friday. We'll be on that. But we have to start organizing now, because if you don't, all you guys gonna do is just complain and not do anything. And that is the problem. And we've been doing that for a very, very long time. That's all we do is complain. They ain't gonna do nothing for us. The white man ain't gonna do nothing for us. The white man ain't gonna do. Well, the black man wasn't either. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, I go Hakeem Jeffries, Obama. I mean, Eric Holder and Obama, they should have been the dream team. That was the Department of Justice, Eric Holder and Obama. They should have been the dream team. We should have a lot of things. We didn't get anything but rainbow lights. Rainbow lights and Obamacare or Affordable Care Act. Same thing, but then that's the thing too. They keep dragging. Yes, if you keep talking to slow people on the street that have a MAGA hat on that doesn't know the difference between Obamacare and Affordable Care Act, then yes, you're gonna try to make it like everybody's ignorant that voted for Trump. No, I'm not. I'm far from ignorant. Far from ignorant. There's a lot of people that are Democrats that don't even know what Affordable Care Act is. They'll say no to Affordable Care, but yes to Obamacare. Just like how the MAGAs will say no to Obamacare, but yes to Affordable Care. It's the same thing over here too. Y'all just don't talk about them. Yeah, so that's what I heard too. It wasn't that affordable. Yeah, and they know that. So we have talked about the federal. It's one other thing I wanted to discuss. Oh, now President Donald Trump executive order to release thousands of classified government documents related to the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy marks a significant move in addressing decades of conspiracy theories. The declassification process will also cover federal records connected to the assassinations of Senator Robert F. Kennedy and civil rights leader Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. Okay? Now, President Trump and y'all, and his team, I need y'all to do Martin Luther King Jr. first. Okay, I need y'all to release Martin Luther King Jr. Records, everything now. I need that is what, like, you need to do that right now, so they can look at it. So these anti-black people that hate you, Trump, they need to look at this. Okay, they need to look at this and see what they need to see. So please, if you could do that first, we'd be gracious and because that needs to happen. Maybe they can stop talking about Diddy. They can stop talking about everything else. They can work, or they can look at what what the majority of them already know, but what they need to see it. Yeah, I wonder if his name is listed in those files. In the next couple of days, if you see him be rolled out with a whole bunch of Operation Push stuff in back, it might happen. I don't know. So, but that needs to come out first, because right now they can't get over what's his name? Elon Musk. They say he did the Nazi salute. Now let me tell you something. I don't care if he did a Nazi salute or not. Okay, I don't care about any of that. What I care about is that the Democratic Party is actually going hard for the illegals. They're going so hard for the illegals, like they're helping filing lawsuits. They're doing whatever to make sure that these people stay in this country, when you got people in this country who barely can eat. They barely can eat. They losing their properties. The government is stealing everything that we have, especially in the black neighborhoods and the black communities, while you still go and lie and talk about y'all have all this money for us, and y'all don't have anything for us, because the minorities, it's never us. It's never us. It has to be separated. And I think people need to understand that we had to be separated. I was very, very happy with him letting go of DEI. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all have to understand what the U.S. Constitution is. Like, understand y'all laws. And again, the Civil Rights Act, he didn't take the Civil Rights Act away. He can't. It's a law. It's set. The only thing they can do is amend the law or repeal some things on the law. Whatever. He cannot take the law away. That's what y'all was saying. Y'all was going around saying that, oh my God, he done took the Civil Rights Act away. Oh my God, he done took DEI away. Oh my God, we're going back to slavery. Who is going back to slavery? Nah, it just shows how lazy y'all are, and y'all need to find some ambition. And at the end of the day, do better. Y'all were in those jobs. The few that did have those jobs, it wasn't many of y'all, but the few that had those jobs, y'all weren't doing anything. So somebody said that they're gonna start what they say they were gonna do. Oh yeah, that DEI hires are gonna start snitching. I hope so. I hope they start telling. I hope they start telling. I cannot wait. Yeah. It ain't no. People mad about all remote work. He's making the federal government employees go back to work. Yeah. Do y'all for the time that COVID was, customer service was terrible. Y'all had y'all had all the excuses. You can't come in here because of COVID. You can't do this because of COVID. They weren't doing no work, just getting paid. Just getting paid. That's all they were doing. They were not doing anything else but just getting paid. The reason why our these big cities, these blue cities are in major decline, and the reason why they're flooded with these illegals the way they are, because y'all was shut down for so long, and because they were doing no work. All they were doing was stealing. Everybody was stealing. Government employees were stealing. The elected officials were stealing. The corporations were stealing. And our money is funding all of this. While they telling you, don't you come outside now. If you come outside now, especially if you don't have that vaccination. If you don't have that vaccination, you're going to lose your job. You're going to die. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these files because it needs to happen. And clearly that's the only thing that Black people get off on is entertainment, you know. So maybe this will be some historical entertainment for you about Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. You know, maybe Sexy Red and Bernice King could do a couple of lives together. You understand? And discuss this. You know, that's how that works. So hopefully, you know, you got to teach the babies, you know, because y'all was, Bernice King had these, like she said, I can't believe I have to actually do this. But yeah, because y'all, I mean, I'm glad she finally said something, because the nerve of you putting Dr. King, and y'all kept doing this too, putting Dr. King on party flyers is crazy. Always. You'll see I see Dr. King, Rosa Parks. Like, you know, this is us. I did not see one white person put, I don't know who, Bill Clinton on a flyer. I never seen Bush in them. I never seen it. I never seen after 9/11 happened, they put the towers on the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hot in here. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't make any sense why we only do this clown coonery things and then get mad at people like Trump and call him an idiot, and he's far from this idiot that y'all call him, but because y'all hate him so much because he's a billionaire. Because that's mainly what it is. They've gotten you to the point that y'all hate, oh, he's just stuck up, or he's just spoiled, or he was born rich. He can't help that. But our issue is we have the potential to get our money, and no one talks about us getting our money. That's the problem. Economically, we are messed up. And economically, we are messed up because we have nobody in leadership that is representing us. That's the problem. Yeah, the insurance pays for Michigan Ave stores, but at the end of the day, word on the street is that they already know that the riots are about to happen, so they take all their good stuff from the first and second floor and put upstairs on the third and fourth floor. That's what Macy's do all the time. They already know what it is. Already know what it is. So that's the main issue, and that's the main problem, you know, with us. We be worried about the wrong thing. We worried about everything but our money. We're worried about everything. You know, the other day my mom said that, was it yesterday? That China is willing to give $500 billion to AI in the United States of America with Trump. Now, people are upset at that. You know, people are saying stuff like, look, he's he's taking that money. He's bringing money to. I mean, the fact that China's going to give him $500 billion for AI. Yeah, that is great. That's great. That's $500 billion put into America, not going out. That's the problem. Everything has been outshipped. Everything. They don't care. The Democratic Party does not care for the citizens that want to live without the government in their business. That's the best way I can say this. They want you to depend on the government, and when you don't depend on the government, or if you're asking for too much than what the government is offering you, it's like, well, we're not going to give you anything. So be happy with what you got. And we allow this to happen every time. Every time. I cannot allow another country to set up shop in America without, So I gotta figure out that mod stuff. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Let me tell you something. We new to this, okay? We trying. Yeah. People, that's it. It's business. It's big business. We are the biggest business in America, and we're not being used. We don't even know. I know. That's why I'm not going to tolerate. I ain't trying to tolerate nothing these people talking about. Y'all going to run my family their money, okay? And if you're not going to run my family their money, then I'm going to go ahead and go get it, okay? And that's just what it is. There's not there. We are getting hold. Like that's just what it is. And we're going to continue to get hold if we do not start demanding. These are really this is real easy. You know, but it is. It's critical thinking skills. They don't want us to know about. They don't want to know. They don't want. Was one thing that I don't agree with when it comes to the Republican Party is not knowing Black history in our books. We do need to know Black history. However, there's not anybody that's in Congress right now, that's in the government right now, that even fights for that. They don't even fight for us to know our history. They don't. They fight for everything else but the little things that they should. It's messed up. It's literally messed up. Yeah. We have to start calling these people out. We have to. If we don't, they're going to continue to do stupid stuff that they're doing. You know? And they've been doing it for a long time because we have allowed them to do it. We have literally allowed them to do it. And they're going to continue to do it because why would they not? When we just don't say nothing, don't do anything. You know, like how are you okay with your taxpaying dollars going to some illegals to know their rights, but our kids can't even get the proper resources in school to know their rights? Like, come on, Al. That hurts. When you think about it, that hurts. They out here holding Know Your Rights seminars all over the city of the city of Chicago with our taxpayer dollars. They got it in Spanish. They got it in English. They got it in Mandarin. They got it in everything. But we can't get any proper resources for our children in school. Come on, man. They going off a script. They don't know how to get off the script and help. They can't because they have to go on this APAC script. The script right here that they just made. It's a landmark decision. The U.S. Department of Commerce has officially recognized Jewish-owned business as minority business enterprise. Okay? So now the Jews are now a minority business enterprise too. So good luck. Good luck now. I'm just saying. And I'm not even upset. Let me tell you something. Dick Gregory said if we would be more like these Jews, we would get a lot more done. Okay, I'm just saying they get whatever because they move with confidence. They know they're gonna get it. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna have it. They're gonna bring up what they've dealt with, what has happened, their PTSD, their lifelong struggles. They're gonna talk about their grandmama who was best friends during the Holocaust and all that stuff. They're never going to let you forget the Holocaust, as they should. You should never forget about the Holocaust, but you also should never forget about slavery. And we have yet to get our compensation from slavery. And we have every right to get it. Your own president that y'all hate, but my president said when he was president before, he acknowledged that we built this nation and we don't get the credit for it. He said this. This is the same president that sat down with Ice Cube. But y'all president, Biden, the racist, him or Kamala did not sit down with Cube. But y'all didn't care. Y'all don't care about it. It's like y'all don't see that, which is like, it's kind of crazy. So I'm just saying that we are owed financial resources. And we can get our financial resources, but we're never going to get our financial resources if you're obsessed about every little thing that Trump does without looking at it from both sides. Will I still be an activist? I don't even consider myself an activist, but will I still be working on getting? Yeah, I want to pack. It's the only reason why we are not in the game, like one of my friends say, we're not even on the Monopoly board, is because we don't take this political stuff seriously. We need a political action committee. So Chicago Flip Red is that. And I pray that other cities will do the same thing. That's the thing. Like, we're a business, so you got to look at it as a business. See, I look at it as a business. I don't look at the racism that everybody else see. When the racism comes in, I'm gonna call it out. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, we're all human and da da da. No. Racism is there. It's gonna be there. However, when we get to that part, I'll call it out. But right now, no. We need our money, but we need to start filing lawsuits. Lawsuits need to be filed. Like I said, I'll be filing my lawsuit against all of those aldermen and a few other people that I'll be putting that in on next week. Now that's $400 that I gotta pay because I can wait and get a pauper status. But you know how long that pauper status is gonna be? They can wait 3 months, 4 months. No, I need my stuff filed the next day. So that's why I need my donations and all that. That's my birthday. So $400 I need to file my lawsuit. And I'm suing every alderman on top of what was it, Deborah Westberg, the attorney general. I don't care if they say you can't sue him. Yes, I can. Because boy, I have sent you how many emails? I done pulled up to your office 2 times. I done talked to a Hispanic and an Asian. They come down. I'm trying to tell you, they have this stuff where you can't, any black person that's like in a high place, except maybe Brandon Johnson, he just got some people in his administration who just don't know how to govern. But majority of every other black person that's in a high place, for instance, Commissioner Carrie Steele, her chief of staff is this white guy. He runs that. Okay, when you deal with Kwame Raoul, that Hispanic and that Asian woman, they run that. That's just how it is. They have it like that. They have it where you can't. Those are the gatekeepers when it comes to the black elected officials that are higher up. That's just I've learned that, and it's been like that for a long time. So sit here and say, well, no, we do put black people in high places. Yeah, but they can't do nothing for you. So they ain't never gonna do nothing for you because they're trained not to. They don't know how, like, they don't know what to do because they've never been challenged the way that we're challenging, the way that I'm challenging them, because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not stopping until my family gets justice. I'm also not gonna stop. I'm also not going to stop once my mother gets justice because I see that we need help. Our children have to be involved. One of my friends that I haven't talked to in a minute, they wished me happy birthday today, right? And she asked me, she says, how are you and how's Chicago? And I said, Chicago is a mess. I'm a mess too, but in a good way. I'm hopeful that my message will inspire our community to start standing up. The reality is that the majority of Black America is in a bad state, and many of us don't even realize it. Honestly, I wouldn't have realized it myself if I wasn't fighting for my generational wealth. At the end of the day, it's a game, and we're not in it because we're not organized. We are the new adults, and it's on us now. We must get involved in politics, either in the front or behind the scenes, but we have to get in the game, or other groups, Hispanics, Indians, and Chinese communities are going to take over. I'm doing this for our babies, and that's true. That's it. That's the main. That's everything that I've been trying to do. That sums up everything what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we are in a bad state. We are in a bad state, and all we do is go back and forth about supremacy. Supremacy has assimilated in all peoples. These people that are in Congress that are supposed to be our representation, they deal with they give straight white supremacy vibes. They just aren't my color. They're not going to help us if they want. They can't help you. They don't want to help. They're not going to help. So that's the main thing. So my birthday wish is for us to fall in line, for all American citizens to fall in line, but especially the freedmen. It is our time. It is our time to put in the work, and it's not going to take us that long to put in the work because you have somebody that's in office that is the commander-in-chief who has already acknowledged, no other president has acknowledged that we built this nation and we have not gotten the credit for it. And we have not gotten the credit for it because we have nobody that represents us in Congress, in the state, in the local, in the federal that represents us, and we deserve that. I don't want to hear about Cory Booker coming up with another reparations bill that he's gonna give to the Congress. I don't want to hear none of that. That y'all already know what is owed. We need we need a reparations committee on the federal level, and it needs to be handpicked by me because I know the people who really is in it for us to receive our reparations, and who's in it just doing these little commissions all over the state that is just lining their pockets. So that is it. But we need that. We're not going to get our reparations on any state level. Okay, the fact that we have $500,000 allocated for the reparations committee Juneteenth that Mayor Brandon Johnson put together, and Stephanie Coleman, I don't know where that money at, and they don't know where that money at. They done took that money. They took their little measly $500,000. That's what they do. So you can steal a little $500,000. Here, we're gonna say it's for reparations. We're gonna say it for reparations, and then we're gonna sit there and say that we're gonna deal with it. You know, that's what I'm saying. What's my top three for what? The people that we need to talk to? Dr. Claude Anderson. But people keep forgetting about my man, Dr. Claude Anderson. If we would have I was 3, but the people who know about Dr. Anderson and what he was trying to do, he should be on there. William Darity and his wife should be on the commission. Okay. I think what's her name?
Carnell.
Yeah, is it
Carnell?
Yvette Carnell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yvette Carnell needs to be on there. My man Arthur Ward. I don't know if you guys follow Arthur Ward, but Arthur Ward should be on there. Friday Jones. So yeah, it's a few. I mean, but yeah. So that needs to happen now. So that's the first start. The first start for any of that, but definitely William Darity, because William Darity and his wife, like they have it down to the amount that we're what we're supposed to get. You know, so it might be some there's a younger girl too. I forgot. I can't think of her name right now. But her as well. So yeah. So, but it definitely needs to start with, I know, with the Freedman. And that's what I'm gonna go for. Someone asked, and I'll say Freedmen was formerly enslaved individuals who were emancipated after the Civil War, particularly within the passing of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 and the 13th Amendment in 1865. Their freedom marks a significant shift in American society, but we still face numerous challenges in terms of social, political, and economic rights. So that's the problem. So I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, Dr. Anderson got to be on there for sure. And William Darity. So those two for sure, like they have to be on there, and Arthur. But the commission could be 10 people. You know, Ladybug is my ex. Mike, he knows. What are you talking about? You're talking all even though crazy. We are not saying we are property of the. All right, yeah. It's somebody crazy. All right. Just say yeah. Sometimes you guys there's some people like they've already lost. Like I'm trying to get us our mental health resources, but some people just gone already. Like that person I just had to block. Like yeah, some of them you gotta just let them go over there. But yeah. We need STEM programs. We need to make sure our kids is up on the STEM programs, the newest technology, all of that. And we have the money to do it. And that's just what it is. But we need to separate ourselves. So and how that starts, honestly, was exactly what Trump has done, but also with the black and brown. You understand? When Trump said that I would like to thank my black, I would like to thank basically Black America and Hispanics for coming out and voting for him. He said black and Hispanics. He didn't say no black and brown. He said the blacks and the Hispanics. Okay, he made that very, 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 very clear. And then he went on to speak about how much did the Hispanics really go out and vote for him, because they came out. You understand? And people were saying, like, I don't understand how the Hispanics could vote for him like that, and they're coming to get them. First of all, they're not coming to get a lot of them people that was in red states, okay? That's number one of Hispanics. Number two is a lot of them were citizens. The ones who y'all are trying to push, that's why you're trying to keep them here. You know, that's another reason why you're trying to keep them here. They're not thinking about voting. They don't care about no voting. They came over here and they went immediately to the nearest gas station and got all the Modelos. Every Modelo that they had, they went and got all of the Modelo. They started drinking as soon as they made it over here. As soon as public aid put the cash assistance on, and they will learn how to take it off. They went and got all the Modelos, all the chicken out of the stores, and all in tortillas, and they were everywhere making. It was crazy. Like the beach. The beach was full of Modelo bottles. Like, nah. Like that, it was making it look bad for them. You know, like how we have people that, you know, we got blacks that make shit look crazy. The same with them. The same with whites. Like, people have that. People know what it is. People know what's ghetto in their community, and that was it. And they were like, no. So a lot of people came out because the nerve of them people to have this plan and use these. A lot of them they used a lot of these asylum seekers, the ones who really were, I guess, seeking asylum. They were really using them for a money grab. Yeah, right. It's a Rainbow Beach. Rainbow Beach was, and it was disrespectful. It was disrespectful, and they knew that it was disrespectful. So, and Chicago know they wrong, but Chicago is on this, you know, untouchable, that nothing can happen to us type thing, that they lost. You know, no. Y'all are done. Y'all are done. I know that the feds is coming. I know Operation Grey Lord 2.0 is about to happen. And I'm going to make one more thing before I was supposed to get off, but I be having so much stuff to say because these people be so terrible. But I want to talk about this. Let me see if I got it. Let's see. Because I just wrote it down. I don't even know where it's at. But anyway, it was about this $830 million that Brandon is trying to borrow. And it's just not going. It's not going to work. And somebody needs to talk about it. So, and I said I was going to talk about it another time, and I need to talk about it another time but anyway, it's $830 million. And he's trying to sell $830 million in bonds to keep afloat for 2024 to 2027 to get to keep it afloat, keep the budget afloat. But that's not going to work. First of all, $830 million is going to keep us further in the debt as usual. That's number one. And all right, that's number one. Number two is our credit score already is down, and you're crazy. First of all, you barely passed the budget, and the only reason why they passed the budget because you got people like, they say, Stephanie Coleman, that just voted because she wanted to spend the holidays with her family. Like, girl, you was a politician. Okay, this is the budget we talking about. Like your family will know. Like you're a politician. Okay, we're talking about the city of Chicago and the budget. You're talking about you want to spend time with your family. So if that's true, that's insane. You got so also you're dealing with a man who clearly him or the chief financial person, Jill, have no idea, and Annette Guzman have no idea how to do this budgeting for the city, because the fact that what did it, but it might be you, Brandon Johnson is probably saying, "No, I got to do it," but and they probably are saying, "Well, I don't think it's a good idea." But you're trying to borrow $830 million in general obligation bonds. It says the proceeds of the proposed sale would help finance improvements to public rights of way, infrastructure, transportation, loans and grants, acquisition of property, construction, maintenance of public buildings, economic programs, lead service line replacements, and funding of judgments, settlements, and escrow payments payable by the city. $830 million is going to do all of that, but the bond is going to need city council approval. Now, the disgrace 50, y'all are already getting out of office. Majority of y'all are getting out of office. Like it's said and done. There's a guy that just did his own rant on Michelle Harris not trying to put a wedding venue in the 8th Ward, and it's going viral. Okay, so I'm the only one talking about how terrible she is for the 8th Ward. It's a whole person that's out there. I forgot his name. I did put the TikTok on my Facebook, but he speaks about Michelle Harris and how she does not want to put anything that's nice in the ward. They don't want to make our wards look decent, because if they do that, then they have to stop stealing. And they don't want to stop stealing. So his is going viral. I'm once this is over, whatever, I'll put it on. I'll put the link in here. But it's good too, okay? And he's young. I mean, young. He's about, probably about the same age or whatever. And he also sees like, and nobody want, like, we're tired of seeing our communities look like this when we know that it doesn't have to look like this. Like, not in 2024, our communities have to still look like this. But our communities still look like this is because we have no representation, and then we have nobody that we got all these people that will talk all this crap, talk all this stuff about what we need to do and how we need to do it, but then don't step up to the plate and do anything. Well, no, I mean, I can't run for office, but I'm just saying it needs to be. No, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't run for office? But you try to tell somebody else how to run or how to do things. No, we all need to be involved. And how it starts is y'all are going to have to start running for office. If you're not going to run for office, y'all going to have to do something to make sure that the people in your communities vote. And that's just what it is. We got to break down everything. And I know with Black Americans, especially with these people, these baby boomers who are still holding on to the Democratic Party, we're going to have to break it down in maybe slave terms for y'all. But y'all cannot continue to vote this way, grandma and grandpa and great grandma and great aunt or anything. They are literally taking y'all homes and putting y'all in public housing senior homes. They're literally doing that. They have chosen to make sure that the illegal immigrant family is protected. The wife, the son, the kids, the abuela, they have made sure that they are going to be protected and going to give them money to make sure that they're housed right. They're going to make sure they got jobs. They're going to give them a car. They're going to give them everything while you're still voting for Michelle Harris, who does not care about you or the community because she is a slave to the Democratic machine. All of these Black politicians are slaves to the Democratic machine. They cannot help us. and somewhere warm to make birthright citizens. Like this they playing in our face while they launder money all day. They launder money all day. They laundered a lot today. They're going to launder some tomorrow. And next week they're going to launder. Now they're trying to figure out how they're going to get city council to approve $830 million. I'm trying to tell y'all, city council, disgrace 50. Y'all can say yes to that if y'all want to. But your time is coming up. Your time is coming up. Y'all are going to jail. Okay, that's number one. Half of y'all are going to jail. And that's just what that is. The migrant shelters had nice cars, donated to migrants in the parking lot. Yeah, they got everything. They got everything. Where was, you know what? I'm gonna end it with this. Where was all of this energy from these Black elected officials when it came to the separation of the Black family if you got on Section 8 or welfare? If you chose Section 8 or any of those type of things, the man couldn't be in the house. They was going in there looking in closets and stuff like that to make sure the man wasn't in there. Where were Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and all that while they destroyed our Black family? Where were they at? Why weren't they out here talking about the 14th Amendment? The 14th Amendment been around for a very long time. 14th Amendment just didn't get here. The 14th Amendment been here for a very long time. Okay? So that's the thing that y'all need to realize and understand, because there was none of this energy for them. None of this energy for them. It was none of them energy for mass incarceration. It wasn't none of this energy. It was none of this energy when the crack destroyed our families and the homes and separated all. It wasn't they weren't even doing this. No pushback, no nothing. Matter of fact, what did y'all do? Y'all made him the vice president with Obama. That's what y'all did. So I'm just saying, ain't nobody doing this again. Ain't nobody doing this. We're gonna do this one final time. One final time. The babies ain't going. The millennials ain't going. Some of the Gen X ain't going, and the baby boomers. Look, some of them they're gonna have to get cursed out. Some of them are gonna have some of them you just gonna have to straight curse them out. You have to start talking about their pastor to their face. You have to start breaking down how corrupt they pastor is, and you still make sure that you give them tithes every month, and they and look at what's going on in our. Matter of fact, the pastors are standing with the illegals. Everybody's standing with the illegals because of the money. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. None of them are talking about what's his name? Trump stopping the civil rights lawsuits when it comes to police. Ain't nobody talking about that because they know that was a money grab. So they got to get. So what's next? The LGBTQ thing. They don't talk about that no more. You know what I'm saying? That's gone. You know. So what's next? The illegals. That's the only thing they got left, because they stole so much money, and it's not going to be hard to trace it back, because they never, ever, ever, ever thought that Black America, enough of us, pushed back on this election. Like, hell no, ain't nobody doing this. That 8% that voted for him, because they say it was 8, but I guarantee you it was a lot more than that. But we'll say it was 8%. 8% that said they weren't going. That was a mighty strong 8%. And then the 15 million that sat on the couch. And like my niece said the other day, she said a majority of the people aren't red or blue, but they're just out here not knowing, because they know that it's some BS, but nobody's actually really talking to them and giving them the information. So yeah, So they didn't think that Trump was going to get in office. They just knew that she was going to get in office. They were going to play that black woman card, and it just wasn't going. It wasn't going. People are tired. People saw what it is. People see what it is. So now that we're here, what's next? And next is we have to be on code. And on code is, first of all, everybody needs to be registered to vote. Everybody. Even you, and if your kid is 16 now or 15 now, in the next 2 years, they're going to be 18, that they'll be ready to vote for the next governor and the mayor. And we need them out of here. So we have to start educating our kids. We need to start educating our kids about history. We need to start educating our kids about slavery, but not in a way that it's this sad and depressing. And when I say that is that we were able to overcome all of this, and we need to start talking about that 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. We need to also start talking about what Freedman is. You really need to start getting your kids educated when it comes to it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Really need to get educated when it comes to your kids. Your kids need to be, and you have to get this, you have to get the Bill of Rights, you have to get the preamble, you have to get that U.S. Constitution, because I really don't think they're teaching the U.S. Constitution in schools no more. And they're doing it on purpose. And so, and they're doing it on purpose. So when you have, they know these illegals don't know their rights. That's like a know your rights. And all they're going to do is talk about the 14th Amendment that they're manipulating. The 14th Amendment is ours, and we need to sue. We need to sue, and I'm going to sue because it doesn't make any sense. And the argument is valid. And I'm just trying to understand why. I know my argument, and that's the argument that I'm going to use. And I'm gonna send a copy to my lawsuit to President Trump. Okay, I'm gonna send both of them to President Trump to let them know that this is my third lawsuit with the city of Chicago. But I do know that they're going to figure something out. Okay, I have faith in my president. I have faith in the U.S. Constitution, and that's what I'm on. And the U.S. Constitution that I'm suing for when it comes to the Fifth Amendment has nothing to do with race, color, creed, sex, any of that. The government knocked down my family's building and didn't compensate them. Okay, now I don't know if they did it because she was black. I feel like the overall issue is they're stealing black people's property in land in certain areas and TIF districts. But it comes back to our black elected officials who are letting it happen. So, all right, please like and subscribe. I will be back Sunday. And yes, we need to print some pamphlets to let Black Americans know their rights, because clearly they don't know. And we need to let them know about the Constitution. And we are working on a newsletter too. Chicago Flip Red will have a newsletter out to help us as well. So we just got it. It's each one teach one, baby. However, I'm not arguing back and forth with people about stuff back there. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing about. Somebody was telling me the other day, well, I mean, they say Abraham Lincoln freed us, but I don't. At the end of the day, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. They said it was him that signed it, okay? So if he didn't sign it, I don't want to hear nothing, y'all. It does not matter. The fact is, we have the Constitution that's being used for everybody but the American citizen right now. And it was made for us. Yeah, that's the whole overall issue. And we have rights to lawsuits. And maybe if we start filing these lawsuits in each of these blue sanctuary cities, they probably would stop. So I'm going to do mine first, and I hope that you guys do one as well. Peace. And thank you for all the birthday love. Thank you for all the birthday donations. Again, we signed up for Patreon, so you're more than welcome to be a member of that. I appreciate that. Yes, we got behind the scenes. We're gonna have member only lives. I'm gonna also teach people how to file a lawsuit if they want to file a lawsuit without finding an attorney if you can't find one. Because clearly right now the attorneys, even though they're going to have to start doing a job. That's another reason why I'm sort of glad that Trump is doing what he's doing too. Because now, it's fine. It's time for you to find, stop being an ambulance chaser. That's all y'all do is are ambulance chasers. Like the fact that we've got all these HBCU schools that I believe that the government is funneling money through. We don't have no lawyers. We have no civil rights attorneys when it comes to our laws being violated. Black civil rights attorneys should be filing so many lawsuits against the city right now, against any sanctuary city right now for violating Black Americans' rights, Freedman rights, but they can't because the government funnels their money through them HBCUs. And honestly, I feel like they tell them in law school what they can work on and what they can't work on. And when it comes to certain things, you can't work on that. Okay? So that's what it is. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Damn.